Hi everyone, this is video number 3. Sorry it's a couple days late, but this is the third video on our unit with water cups and turning them into musical instruments like a xylophone. And also we're going to be writing music. So if you remember, video number 1 was where we took the cups and we experimented seeing how to make different sounds go from high and low. And in the second video, we created a set of sounds called a scale. And these we put in order from high to low or low to high. And on video number 3, we're going to use that set of cups to write our own song. So if you have the handout and want to use the handout, you can follow along. You don't need the video, you don't need the handout. You can use one or the other, or you can use both. And also remember, anything that you borrow from the kitchen, please make sure that you ask your parents before you borrow it so they know you have it and that it's okay to use those things. Okay, so the objective for today is we are using glass cups and water for you so that you can write your own song. And what you will need for materials are 3 to 5 cups. I have 5 cups here. That's what I've been using. And 2 of them have cats on them because I love cats. And as you see, some of them already have water in them. You will need to have a wooden spoon or stick or pencil, something not too hard to tap our homemade instruments with. You will also need to have water, something to write with, and a piece of paper so you can write down your song, and a waterproof table or a waterproof surface. And I am using one of my dish towels because I don't have any waterproof surfaces in my house. So this works fine, or you can do it outdoors. Outdoors is great because any water that gets on the ground, I'm sure the grass and other plants will be happy to drink it up. I think I did not put this on here, and this is something else you will need, a measuring cup. You will probably also want to have your paper from last week where you wrote down your measurements of how much water was in each cup, because you're going to want to be able to recreate that set of sounds. If you don't have it, that's okay. Just go ahead and recreate your old set of sounds, or create a new set of sounds. That's fine too. So I measured all my water. Some of them I've already filled, but I just wanted to show you that I measured my water, and I'm going to carefully fill my cup. And then I want to make sure that this sounds like what I had last week. Let me just double check. That sounds really good. I like how that sounds. Good. And another thing I want you to remember is to try to keep the sounds going in order from lowest to highest. So my lowest sound is over here, and my highest sound is on the other end. And they go in order from low all the way up to high. So that's going to be really important. There's also on the handout, and you don't need to use the handout, you can do this on your own. I didn't have a printer, so I had to write my own. But there are 5 rectangles with 5 numbers in them. And I have here 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, because I have 5 cups. And I used number 1 for the lowest sound, and number 5 for the highest sound. And this is going to help me write my song, and it will also help for next week when you need to do the next part of this unit. So what you're going to do is you're going to make your own song. It's really easy. This for me is the funnest part of music, is writing my own music and composing. Composing is when you write your own music, and someone who is a composer is the person who writes the music. So after you've done this today, you will be a composer. So I have my piece of paper here. I have my wooden spoon and something to write with. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to play around with my sounds and see what sounds good. I really like that. I wonder if I can recreate that and write down what I wrote. Let me see. I think it was... Yeah, that's right. 3-2-3. So I'm going to write that down so I don't forget that because I want to be able to play the song again. Yep, good. That was exactly right. And then I think I went, let's see. Yeah, that's what I did. I went 3-2-3 and then I went 4-5. Yeah, so I'll add those next to my song. You can make your song as long as you want. You don't have to have it short. You don't have to have it long. But in order for it to be a real song, I would suggest making it more than 3 notes, because 3 notes, I guess, could be a song. There might be a song that I learned as a kid that was 3 notes, but it's a lot more fun to have a melody that's a lot longer. And then what did I do after that? So let me hear what I have so far. Yeah, I like that. And then I think I went, yeah, I did that again. So I went 3-2-3 again. So I'm going to write that down. And then I think I went like this. Yeah, I think I'm pretty sure that's what I did. So after I write my whole song down, here's my song. After I write my whole song down, I want to play it back. And I really want to listen to it and see how it sounds. Make sure that I like how it sounds. Whoa, and that's why we practice. Let's try that again. Good, good. I do like how that sounded. I would probably add some more notes to that if we had time in the video. But if I didn't like how it sounded, and there are times when I write music that I don't like how it sounds, and that is okay, then you just go ahead and you experiment and have fun with it and try to find what does sound good, and try to listen to what's inside your head and try to make that music come from your head. And if there's something you don't like, cross it out. You don't have to erase it. It doesn't have to look neat. This one is for you. Cross it out and put in the next thing that you think sounds good. And do that a few times and see what really great things you can come up with. On the handout, I have another song that I wrote. This one I wrote for the handout, and it went like this. And so that was another song I wrote. You can write more than one song, and that is also okay. So the last thing on the handout was time to think. And we already kind of talked about this. Edit your song. Edit is when you go ahead and you find out things, you listen to it really carefully and try to find ways that you could make it better. Edit your song. Would it sound better if you changed some of your numbers or some of the sounds in the song? There is no right or wrong answer, and make sure that you save this for next week. Thank you very much for listening to the video. I hope you had a lot of fun, and don't forget to responsibly put everything away.